He's gone. Quinn, Jake's gone. Fred Smith yelled as he ran across the room, pulling out articles of clothing and rushing into the bathroom to put them on. Okay, when do you think he slipped out of the room to go downstairs and make a phone call from the front desk? Dr. Quinn Murphy asked. She had been summoned to Fred's room for medical assistance, and they both assumed that Jake had made this phone call from the front desk as a practical joke. But now, they didn't know where Jake was. It'd have to have been just now when I was in the shower. Fred exited the bathroom fully dressed. He paced around the room. I'm calling the police. Quinn pulled out her phone. She walked to the front door of the penthouse. But just as she was about to open the door, Fred grabbed her by the arm. He was breathing heavily. He's scared, Quinn thought, and she realized that she had never seen powerful CEO of RexCorp Fred Smith scared. He always seemed absolutely fearless to her, and now she felt like Fred was the one on the roller coaster who needed someone to hold his hand. Quinn realized in that moment that she wanted to be the one to hold it, just like he had done for her on Dragon's Breath today, and that ridiculous 500-foot drop. It's probably best that I call. Fred took the phone from her. Quinn held up her medical bag to put some distance between the two of them. She felt her stomach drop like it had on the roller coaster when he turned away from her. Just then, there was a bang on the hotel room door, and Fred hung up the phone. Fred reached for the door, hoping that Jake must have lost his key or forgotten it when he went down to the lobby to call Quinn over to their room. What a silly kid. Jake, is that you? Fred yelled through the door. Instead, Beatrice Smith, Fred's estranged wife, yelled back. Fred, it's me. Fred, please, open up. We need to talk. Please give me another chance. Beatrice? What the hell are you doing here? Called Fred angrily through the door. Lance told me you'd gone to Dragon World, and I had to find you. Please, Fred, open the door. Fred was so furious that he couldn't even speak. Quinn could hear Beatrice's dramatic sobbing through the door. Would that be Beatrice, Jake's beloved mother? Quinn asked. Fred rolled his eyes. He wanted to punch a wall. How could Lance have told Beatrice where they were? Fred, please, Beatrice wailed. We need to talk. Or at least, can you please just give me back my Amex? You can't just do this to me, Fred. I have rights. I have it. I don't have time for this right now, Fred yelled back. I have other more important things to deal with. But Beatrice banged on the door over and over again as Quinn covered her mouth and tried not to laugh. Fred shook his head and looked back down at Quinn's cell phone. He dialed a number quickly. Parker, look, we're at Dragon World. I need you to come and get your sister right now. Take the RexCorp jet if you have to, and clear it with Lance. Beatrice is causing a scene outside my suite at the Fairy Forest. And if you see Jake while you're here, please, call me immediately. Okay, Parker? Please. Fred hung up the phone and tossed it aside. Beatrice continued to beat on the door and wailed. Fred, please, let us be a family again, please, Beatrice cried. Fred ran a hand down his face, exhausted from all this drama. But he knew that he needed to get rid of Beatrice quickly. Jake would never come back to the room if he saw Beatrice outside. In a moment of frantic urgency, Fred leaned closer to Quinn. This is going to sound insane, but could you act like we're on a date in here? Excuse me? Quinn tried to walk away from Fred, but he yanked her wrist. Come on. If Beatrice thinks I've moved on, she will leave right now without a fight and stay away from Jake. I know her. Please, just help me out. Quinn paused. Fred did have a point, and she could see from the look in his eyes that he was desperate to get Jake's evil mom away from here so that he could find his son. I know you hate Beatrice as much as I do, Fred insisted. Fine, but I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for Jake. Quinn relented. What a nice dinner we had tonight, Fred yelled behind the door. Quinn stepped closer to him and shouted, Yeah, such a romantic place you took me to, Fred. Dragon World. I've always wanted to come here. They waited. Beatrice wailed. Fred? What's going on? Is there a woman in there with you? Fred nodded at Quinn, urging her on. Quinn yelled a little louder. So romantic, Fred. I cannot wait for another date with you. Beatrice wailed in response. Great. Could you laugh for me like you did before? Fred whispered. Beatrice never laughs, on principle. It will drive her crazy. Quinn had to agree. She had never seen Beatrice smile before. She wasn't sure Beatrice even knew how to smile. Quinn let out a small fake giggle. Fred laughed loudly in response at how fake she sounded. Quinn glared at him. Fred forced himself to take a deep breath. Sorry, but is that all you got? I know you have a big cackle when your kids are around. Well, sorry. It's a little hard to laugh on cue, Quinn snapped back at him. Fred leaned down and tickled her. Quinn tried not to laugh, but she was incredibly ticklish. A few high-pitched giggles escaped from her lips. Beatrice screamed through the door. Right! Who is she? Fred motioned upward with his hands. Come on, a little louder. I will. Just stop tickling me. I'm going to pee myself. Quinn forced it out. Fred chuckled again, and this time, Quinn smiled at him. A genuine smile. Quinn took a long breath in and out. She looked up into Fred's eyes. This feels so normal. It's nice to be with him, Quinn thought.
Hi, Quinn here, and if you're wondering what happens next, click on the link in the description to listen to the full audio series. You can also watch the next episode here in the playlist.